Hey, what's up, everybody? Fred Minnick here, and today I'm going to crack open a little media sample I got from Bardstown Bourbon Company. The Discovery Series Batch 10, a blend of straight bourbon whiskey. This one's clocking in at 114.24 proof. As you know, I've been a big fan, or as you may not know, I've been a big fan of the Discovery Series. That's where Bardstown Bourbon Company's taken a bunch of straight bourbon from different places and blending it together. So here's what they got in this year's Discovery 10. They've got 62% of it is a 9-year-old Kentucky bourbon with a mash bill of 78% corn, 13% rye, 9% malted barley. 18% 13-year Kentucky bourbon, 75, 13, 12, corn, rye, barley. 6-year Kentucky bourbon, 8% of that, 53, 26, 21. And then a 10-year Georgia bourbon at 10%, and that is a grain bill of 80% corn, 10% rye, 5% wheat, 5% malted barley, and then 2% of a 10-year-old Tennessee bourbon. Now, this is going to be available in 24 states at retailers and online at Sealbox. And it has been in the Bardstown Bourbon Company gift shop since June 2nd. So this media sample came to me some time ago, but those are just some of the details on it. Last year, I was a big fan of Discovery 9. Discovery 8, not as much, but Discovery 9 was a huge home run for me. And let's see where Discovery 10 comes. So once again, this is from Bardstown Bourbon Company. Okay, so this smells, it's got like, have you ever peeled open a pecan shell? You can smell the inside of a pecan shell can smell very, very woody, but it's not wood. It's a very unique smell. To me, it's bitterness. I grew up around pecan trees. We had a big giant pecan tree in my backyard, and it's just amazing pecan tree. And like sometimes we would peel off the little green foam kind of around it, and we put it in slingshots and hit each other in the head with it. So I have a very good memory of what those things smelled like, and sometimes they whacked me upside the head. So pecan shell, especially if you cracked one open, kind of a hay, like an alfalfa hay. So I'm getting a lot of like outdoorsy kind of earthy smells to it. And a little bit of sea air too. Kind of a brininess there. Wow. That just kind of gets up on the tongue and flexes its 114 proof, just all encompassing over the tongue. Covered every inch of it, dripping on underneath the jawline, tickling the roof of my palate. This is a sensational approaching bourbon, or blend of straight bourbon, on the palate. What I mean by that is it covers every bit of my tongue. It does so powerfully. It's not just like there's a little bit of a tickle here and very prominent here, and just a hint on the back of the palate. I mean, every single square inch of my tongue is fully engaged. It's powerful on the palate. If you're someone who likes to sip whiskey, this is up your alley. If you are someone who takes shots and just wants to party, I'm not the guy to be watching on YouTube. Go watch someone else. That's not my style. This is a sipping whiskey all day long. It's complicated. I'm getting like some beautiful like peanut butter, some maple, some honey, some caramel, vanilla, hazelnut, like a Cool Whip whipped cream kind of note. I get some cinnamon. I get some nutmeg. I get, are you ready for this? I get some marzipan. I mean, Discovery Batch 10 just, Bardstown Bourbon Company's Discovery Batch 10 just cannot, I don't know, man. I'm running out of, I really need to spend some more time with this, and that I will do. But this is just amazing. And I'm going back to the kind of like ocean air note on the nose, and that hay smell and that pecan shell smell on the nose. Those blossom into something else on the palate. Just incredibly exceptional. And the finish, I don't think the first taste I had has stopped finishing on the palate, and I continue to be adding more to my tongue, and it's like it's still there, still going, still going, still going. Like, I mean, this video is now, I'm in 6 minutes into the video, and I think probably about 4.5, 5 minutes of that has been the tasting. It's been on my tongue from the moment I swallowed it. It's still there. Like, that's how long the finish has been on this. My back of my tongue, the front of my tongue, all of it is just completely encapsulated with this whiskey. So, how long is this finish? I don't know. All I can tell you is it is still going. It's still going, and it is beautiful. And the note that I get on it, I get like a cinnamon, like a cinnamon roll. Like, so you have like the cinnamon like kick, but you have the vanilla icing, and then you have that doughy goodness. So if you like the finish of a cinnamon roll, yeah, this is right up your alley. But I'm gonna say it right now. This is one of those moments, and I say it from time to time, that I would rather write about this release than talk about it on camera, because I want to go back to it again and again and again and again in different circumstances. And this is kind of like poetry in a bottle. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. And it's got a hint of marzipan in there. Can't beat that. Damn. So high marks. Definitely get. This is a media sample, of course. This is what you get when you cover whiskey. You get little bitty samples. Sometimes they send you full bottles, but that is just a media sample. But yeah, go get it if you can. It's absolutely delicious. So thank you for tuning in. Hey, some cool things to tell you about. Speaking of marzipan, I started a whiskey club called Club Marzipan, where you can get exclusive access to my barrel picks. I've got a Jack Daniel's barrel proof and barrel proof rye pick coming up. Got something from Doc Swinson's coming up. Got a bunch of barrel picks from Barrel coming out. And Town Branch, a craft distiller here in Kentucky. That's, well, I mean, they are technically a craft distiller, but they're owned by a large company. That's going to be dropping soon. Also, a bunch of exclusive content drops on Club Marzipan, so check out that link in the description to learn more. But thank you for tuning in. Be safe out there, and remember, vodka sucks unless it's being used to clean up the murder scene of a dead cat. Cheers.